Hi, my name's Fred Howard, and this is my first ever vlog. It's mainly about landscape photography. Now, I'm not a professional photographer. I'm an amateur, keen amateur, have been for a number of years on and off, and so the vlogs will be mainly about landscape photography. But I do have another passion which is probably even I'm more passionate about than photography, and that is my love of Lord Jesus Christ. Became a Christian when I was 15, now nearly 68, so 50 odd years ago, and my love for Christ has grown in that time. It's even stronger now than it was when I first became a Christian. But the reason I mention that is that obviously as a Christian I'm also a creationist. I believe that God created the heavens and the earth and the universe and this beautiful scenery that we have around us today, and the rest of the scenery that we'll see today. I believe it's all God's creation. Now, I know a number of you will be evolutionists and I'll totally disagree with what I'm saying on that matter, but that's something that we can discuss, and what I'm hoping to do is go into that in more depth in future vlogs, just to speak about what's inspired me in my photography, who's inspired me, and what other things in my life have inspired me with my photography. But today it's purely about visiting viewpoints that we can see or that we can reach fairly easily from the road. One of the problems I have with old age is both my hips have got arthritis, and I'm left hip in particular, and just waiting to go and see a specialist about what needs to be done about that. So my days of climbing up onto the high tops and the mountains are over just now. But what I would say is, if you are able, you're experienced, then by all means get up into the mountains around Glencoe. You'll get some stunning shots around here. You just need to look at guys like Thomas Heaton, Stephen Hanna, a couple of other Scottish lads, the Renegade Scott I think he's called, and Steeman Boots. See some of the stuff that they've taken from the tops, and as I say, if you're capable and confident and well prepared, then by all means get your camera up onto the high ground, get some shots. But today our first stop here is at Rannoch Moor. As you can see, if I move to the side here, we've got Black Mount. Loch here is Loch na Achnachaills, and last time I was up here I actually fell in it, ruined a camera which cost about £1,000, so I've since had it replaced. Thankfully it was insured, but we're going to take a couple of shots here. I'm not going to put them up on the screen this week. It's purely just to do quick visits to some of the nice viewpoints that you can get without walking too far from your car. If you're a first time visitor to Glencoe, then you'll find these places quite easy to get to. If you're a photographer and you've been up here numerous times before, then you'll know exactly where they are. So our next stop after here is going to be Black Rock Cottage. Well, as you can see, another stunning view of Rannoch Moor. Lot of ice in the burn here. Just been up at Black Rock Cottage, but it's a bit like Socky Hall Street up there just now. So I'll probably head back up there this afternoon, see what like it is, and just head just now for the waterfalls just near Rannoch Moor there. But it's one of the great things about being up here is that it doesn't matter where you go, you can get stunning pictures. You get some brilliant pictures just now with the river here, or the burn leading into Rannoch Moor. So even if it is busy elsewhere, and there's tons of photographers about, you can still find places that are quiet. Obviously I didn't want to go up there and start speaking to myself in case they thought I had flipped, but it's maybe something you've got to get used to if you're vlogging. So I've come down here, but we'll head up to Blackrock Cottage later on. Hopefully it'll be quiet. There won't be the same light on it at that time. We're getting nice light on the top of the buckle just now. But maybe by the afternoon the sun goes down fairly quickly. We might miss that, but we'll see how we get on. Right, here we are at the waterfalls. As you can see, they're frozen. The light's on Rannoch Moor, but we're not getting any light in the foreground here, which is a pity. But to get to this spot, you turn come down towards Glenettif. You'll come to a metal bridge. Just at either side of the metal bridge, there's a car park. So you can come in to the car park. It's usually much busier than this, so I'm quite pleased it's fairly quiet just now, so I can do this vlog. But again, a beautiful spot. You get lots of photography opportunities here, and depending when you come, obviously there's a good flow of water. Doesn't matter when you come, what season you come in, you'll get some good shots here. But I'll go and let you have a look at some of the other bits. Absolutely stunning. One of the things you obviously have to watch when you're out here in conditions like this, if you're on your own, is very slippy underfoot. Quite easy to take a fall. But just so you watch what you're doing. I say normally this spot is very busy and lots of photographers around, but it's sort of place as well. You've just got to take care and watch you don't slip. I actually bought a baseball cap that's hard lined because I did fall here once and cracked my side and thought, well, if it was my head, I'd have had a fractured skull. Should have maybe had it on today, but I haven't. But oops, there you go, see. Anyway, beautiful spot, well worth a visit. There's a nice bit here when the ice is gone. If the water's calm, you get a perfect reflection of Rannoch Moor. Absolutely stunning. So there we go. The next stop's going to be it's a lone tree just before you come to another waterfall in Glencoe, and we'll head there. I'm going to have some lunch first. Got a nice bowl of tomato soup there ready for me with some sandwiches, so I'm going to have that, and then we'll head down to this tree. Right, our first spot is this tree here, which is just before you come to the waterfall, before you come down beside the Three Sisters, and we can see the Three Sisters here in the background. What we'd have liked to have done was to get slightly further down so that we could have the tree as framing the mountains, but as you can see, the water here is absolutely frozen, and it's difficult for me to get right back. But it's just to give you an idea of this shot, and how to get to it is just before you come to the waterfall on your left hand side. There's a lay-by, maybe about a couple of minutes before you come to the waterfall. Park in there, you'll see the tree, and depending on what the water's like, you can get a bit further back and you'll get a stunning shot from in here. Here we are back at Blackrock Cottage. Was here earlier this morning, but there are a few other photographers here, so I got a wee bit embarrassed and didn't record anything, but thought I'd come back. This is probably the most iconic cottage in Scotland, most photographed cottage in Scotland. It's been on biscuit tins, calendars, books, you name it. It's been photographed so often, in fact, that last time I was here, there was a woman, her husband's obviously a landscape photographer, and so fed up with him photographing this place that she said if she ever won the lottery or had come into money, she would buy the cottage and paint it pink just to get back at us photographers. But obviously she's not done that yet, so it's still white. But another iconic photograph to take, and the Buchal's looking spectacular just now. Unfortunately there's no light on the cottage, but other than that it's looking quite good. Now, to find this place, it's fairly easy. Come into Glencoe, take the road up to the Glencoe ski centre, which is just about a couple of minutes up the road there, and Black Rock Cottage is on your right hand side. Right, our final stop of the day is going to be Bishop's Bay. You get to Bishop's Bay, you go across down through Glencoe village, through Ballahoolish, over in the Ballahoolish Bridge. Now, once you go over the Ballahoolish Bridge, you take the second turning on your right, signposted to Kinlochleven, and about 2/10 of a mile along that road, you'll come to just a rough lay-by on your right hand side. We'll park the car there, and then 30-second walk up the hill, and we're rewarded with just some fantastic views of Bishop's Bay. Right, here we are, final stop for the day, Bishop's Bay. I think it's the B683, but as I said earlier, it's the second road on your right as you come across the Ballahoolish Bridge, and you're rewarded with this absolutely beautiful view here. If you come in the summertime or the autumn, it's absolutely magnificent, and you could just spend a fair bit of your time here just taking photographs and relaxing. Now, one thing I should add is that you just got to watch what you're doing here, because there's a sheer drop just a few feet from where I am, takes you down into the bay, so just be careful. I know as photographers sometimes we get caught up in the moment, but I would just issue a wee word of caution about not going too near the edge. Well, that's it, folks. It's hope the presentation's not been too amateurish. This is the first time I've done this. We'll see how we get on with editing. I'm a bit of a numpty with technology as well, but we'll see how it goes, and hopefully this will be the first of a number of vlogs they'll be mainly based on Scotland and places that I visit when I'm taking photographs. I may, if I can manage to do it, put a few photographs in at the end of today's one. It's not really been about taking photographs today, but simply just going to some of the spots you can get to without having to walk too far. So that's it. So thanks for watching, and take care, and God bless, and hopefully, as I say, this will be the first of many.